Hey everyone, I'm Casey. I've been lucky enough to visit some pretty amazing places, but Mexico City has something really special about it. Just imagine a place where old history lives right next to modern life. The food is incredibly tasty, and the people are full of lively energy, so you'll quickly fall in love with it. This place is truly an adventure, seriously. You'll find tall buildings right next to Aztec ruins, and fancy shops right next to street vendors selling esquites. It's a mix of old and new, sometimes rough but also fancy, and it all comes together perfectly. And it's really big. I mean, really, really huge. More than 20 million people call this place home. Even if you spend weeks here, you'll probably only scratch the surface. So buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the heart of Mexico City. I promise you, this is a journey you won't want to miss. One of the things that really blew me away about Mexico City is the amazing history that just lives and breathes all over the city. You've got ancient Aztec temples right next to churches from the colonial times, and even grand palaces, all just kind of living together like they've always been there. It's pretty cool. So, let's go explore the different layers of history that have made this city so awesome, shall we? From the really old ruins to the amazing buildings from the colonial era. All right, so our first stop is right in the heart of the city, at the Zocalo Square. I mean, this place is just amazing. It's this huge square right in the middle of the city. And even today, the Zocalo is always full of life, day and night. From the street vendors to the mariachi bands playing, and kids running around chasing pigeons, the vibe here is truly special. And towering over all of this is the Metropolitan Cathedral. It's one of the biggest cathedrals in the Americas. Right underneath the square, there are amazing ruins of the ancient city of Tenochtitlan. And not only that, but now there's even a museum built there called the Templo Mayor Museum. You can see all the ancient things that were found during the digging. It's a really cool feeling. It's like you're traveling back in time. You can almost hear the echoes of the ancient Aztecs and feel history come alive right next to you. Speaking of the Aztecs, if you're in Mexico City, you absolutely have to visit Templo Mayor. This was the very heart of the vast Aztec Empire and their most important temple. It's truly amazing. In the past, Templo Mayor was huge, with two twin pyramids towering over 60 meters high. Today, only a part of the temple has been dug up, but you can still climb the stairs and walk among the ruins to really feel the history. All right, let's take a break from ancient history for a bit. Let's go together to Chapultepec Park, which is like the lungs of Mexico City. This park is really big. It's over 1,600 hectares with forests, lakes, and many museums. It's the perfect place to get away from the city noise and catch your breath for a moment. Not only that, but you can also rent a boat here and enjoy a ride on the lake. But the best part of Chapultepec Park, without a doubt, is this castle. From this castle, located on top of a hill, you can see the entire city at a glance. The inside of the castle is now a museum, and it vividly shows the history of Mexico from the Aztec era to the present day. I highly recommend visiting this place too. Oh, speaking of museums, there's one place you absolutely can't miss. It's the Palace of Fine Arts. This place is a real masterpiece, an incredibly impressive building in the Art Nouveau style. Inside, you'll find many famous Mexican artworks, including murals by Diego Rivera. Rivera's murals are truly magnificent, depicting Mexico's history and culture in a very detailed and vivid way. But there's one interesting fact about this palace. It was built on what used to be a lake, and actually the palace is slowly sinking. Yes, it's true. It's sinking a little bit into the ground every year. Right across from the palace is Alameda Central Park, a beautiful park that was created way back in the 16th century. It used to be a cemetery. Now, it's a peaceful spot right in the middle of the city, perfect for a walk or a picnic. The first thing I realized about Mexico City is that the people here really know how to have a good time. For example, there's the Day of the Dead Festival. This is a celebration of life and a time to remember loved ones who have passed away. Families set up altars with offerings like food, drinks, and photos, and the whole city comes alive with music, dancing, and colorful decorations. And there's also Cinco de Mayo, which many people misunderstand, but it's not Mexico's Independence Day. Actually, it's a day to celebrate Mexico's victory over the French army in 1862. But it's not just these famous festivals that make Mexico City so vibrant and lively. Each neighborhood has its own festivals with street food, live music, and people dancing right in the streets. The sense of community, where people come together to celebrate life, love, and everything else, is truly wonderful. Oh, and I can't forget to talk about the music. You just can't come to Mexico City and not experience the magical music of mariachi. They wear traditional charro outfits and play trumpets, violins, and guitars. When their music fills the air, it's really exciting and passionate, yet somehow romantic and a little bit sad. One evening I happened to go to Plaza Garibaldi, which is basically the holy ground of mariachi music. Just imagine, the whole plaza is full of mariachi bands, and each one is playing their heart out to get people's attention. It was really loud and full of energy, but it was definitely an unforgettable experience. If you pay them, you can hire a whole band to serenade you, and of course, I didn't miss out on that experience. But if you want a more intense and thrilling experience, you absolutely can't miss Lucha Libre. This is Mexican professional wrestling, and it's truly a whole different level of experience. It's a mix of sports and performance, where wrestlers wear masks and show off flashy and daring aerial moves. The audience cheers wildly and passionately supports their favorite wrestlers. I watched a match at Arena Mexico, which is like the Wow, the energy was incredible. The whole arena was bursting with cheers. Mexico City is a city with an artist's soul. You can feel its artistic vibe everywhere, from the street art to the world-class museums. And no one shows this creative spirit more clearly than Frida Kahlo. Her life was just as amazing as her art, full of pain, passion, and a strong will to bounce back. The Frida Kahlo Museum, also known as La Casa Azul, or the Blue House, is where she was born and grew up. Visiting it felt like really stepping into her world, her studio, easel, and paintings. Everything was just as it was, like time had stopped. It felt like she had just stepped out for a bit and would be back any minute. Her art is very powerful, looking into topics like who you are, what it's like to be a woman, and her own physical and emotional pain. But when we talk about art in Mexico City, Frida Kahlo is just a small part of it. The Palace of Fine Arts, which I mentioned earlier, is a masterpiece itself, but it also has works by other great Mexican artists like Diego Rivera. And of course, we can't forget the National Museum of Anthropology. It has one of the biggest collections of artifacts from before Columbus came to America. The amazing skill and art from these old cultures are truly wonderful. But the art in Mexico City isn't just in museums or art galleries. It's everywhere, from the colorful murals that decorate the buildings to the detailed handicrafts sold in the markets. When you walk through the La Ciudadela Handicraft Market, you'll be truly amazed by the detail and creativity on display. From hand-woven fabrics to very finely painted ceramics, it's truly a treasure trove full of unique and beautiful items. And we can't forget about the street art. It's like an outdoor art museum that's alive and always changing. Each neighborhood shows off its own unique style, and artists use the whole city as their canvas to show their creativity, their political views, and even their hopes for the future. All right, everyone. Now let's talk about the most delicious part, the food. Mexico City is truly a food lover's paradise. It's a place where your taste buds can go on a real adventure. Some of the best treats in this city can be found right on the street. They're made in these little stands, and people often line up for blocks just to get some. I'm talking about tacos al pastor. The meat sizzles on a vertical spit, and they slice it right in front of you. The smell alone is enough to make your mouth water. But the food scene in Mexico City isn't just about street food. This city has everything from Michelin-starred restaurants that push the boundaries of Mexican cooking to cozy family-run places where you can taste traditional dishes passed down through generations. One evening, I ate at Pujol, which is considered one of the best restaurants in the world. The chef there, Enrique Olvera, is like a rock star in the cooking world, and the food was just indescribably amazing. But honestly, the meals I remember most were from the tiny restaurants hidden in some back alley. They were the kind of comforting, homemade dishes that grandmas and moms make, as if by magic. So, let's talk about tacos, shall we? In Mexico City, tacos aren't just food, they're a way of life. They're the best street food. They're quick, cheap, and you can make them in 1,000 different ways. You can find tacos everywhere, from small street stalls to fancy restaurants, and each place has its own special charm. One evening, I went on a taco tour with some local friends. Wow, that was an amazing experience. We went to about 5 or 6 taco places, and each one specialized in their own unique tacos. My favorite? Oh, it's really hard to pick, but if I had to choose, I'd go with the tacos al pastor from El Huequito. That place is really famous. The meat was perfectly seasoned, the tortillas were fresh and warm, and the salsa, oh, it was fantastic. If you really want to get a feel for the heart of Mexico City's food culture, you have to visit a local market. Markets are like a feast for all your senses. They're full of colorful sights, lively sounds, and delicious smells. Vendors sell fresh produce, colorful handmade crafts, and really tasty street food. San Juan Market is especially famous for its exotic fruits, edible insects, and fresh seafood. It might feel a little crazy at first, but it's totally worth visiting. Take a walk around the market to soak in the local vibe and see what catches your eye. I tried fried grasshoppers called chapulines here, and they were super crispy and savory. The ceviche was so fresh, it felt like it had just been pulled from the ocean. And you can't forget the warm tortillas, cooked fresh on a hot griddle called a comal. La Merced Market is a bit chaotic, but it's a lively place where you can really see the daily life of ordinary Mexicans. You can find everything here, from clothes to traditional sweets. Oh, and of course, when we talk about Mexican food, we can't forget about mole. It's a dish that people either love or hate, but it's definitely something you should try at least once in your life. Mole is a type of sauce, but it's really so much more than that. It's made with a mix of chilies, spices, nuts, and even chocolate, which gives it an amazing flavor. Making mole is a real labor of love, and it can take days to prepare. Every family has its own special recipe passed down through generations, and there are hundreds of different kinds. Some are rich and tangy, while others are sweet with a hint of smoke. Some are thick and chunky, and some are smooth like velvet. One of the most famous moles is mole poblano, which comes from a city called Puebla, about 2 hours away from Mexico City. It's made with a mix of chilies, spices, nuts, and chocolate, and it's usually served with chicken or turkey. I tried mole poblano at a restaurant called El Mural de los Poblanos, and it was incredibly delicious. The sauce had a deep, complex flavor with a pleasant, spicy kick. The chicken was cooked perfectly, too. It was truly an unforgettable experience, and I'll remember it for a long time. You might think that Mexico City, with all its deep history and traditions, is just full of old stuff, but that's a big misunderstanding. This city is like a colorful painting. Old ruins stand right next to shiny skyscrapers, and in lively traditional markets, you can easily find cool modern art galleries. This perfect mix of old and new is what makes Mexico City so charming and special. When you walk through the streets, you can feel a strong, lively energy all around you. Shops selling traditional crafts are right next to stores selling the latest tech gadgets. Older folks gather in their favorite cafes, chatting and enjoying the smell of coffee. And younger people spend their nights at hidden spots like trendy speakeasy bars, trying unique craft cocktails. This city never sleeps. Tradition and modern life blend together naturally, always bringing new life. Just looking at the city's skyline is enough to make you feel amazed by its grandeur and variety. Different eras and styles of buildings are mixed together, but surprisingly, they create a very harmonious view. Modern high-rises made of glass and steel, like Torre Mayor, show off their power, reaching for the sky. And, on the other side, beautiful colonial-era buildings stand, showing off their fancy and detailed fronts. It's like they're quietly whispering about the city's long and rich history. It makes you feel like different times are all living in one place. As you walk down narrow cobblestone streets, the old cantinas, traditional Mexican bars, lining both sides, add to the charm. Then you might suddenly turn a corner and find a sleek, modern art museum right in front of you. It was truly a magical experience, like going through a time portal and moving freely between the past and the present. Mexico City is like a colorful quilt, everyone. Each neighborhood has its own special colors and stories, so no two places are alike. For example, Roma Norte is a really hip place for those who like what's new and unique. It's full of cute cafes and cool shops. And the Condesa area is famous for its nice restaurants and beautiful Art Deco buildings that really catch your eye. Coyoacan is a neighborhood where history really comes alive. Do you know about the famous Blue House of the painter Frida Kahlo? It's right here. And of course, we can't forget the Centro Histórico, or Historic Center. This is the heart of Mexico City and where most of the famous tourist spots are. From dusk until dawn, Mexico City feels like a city that never sleeps. It's like the energy of the day just carries right into the night. Whether you love to dance or you're a cocktail expert, Mexico City's nightlife has something special just for you. In Roma Norte, I stumbled upon a hidden speakeasy. Stepping inside felt like traveling back in time. Inside, the sounds of jazz and blues filled the air. If you're looking for a real party, Condesa is the place to be. Patrick Miller is a truly legendary spot, famous for its disco music. It was an unforgettable experience, but Mexico City's nightlife isn't just about clubs. There are so many places where you can enjoy live music from all sorts of different genres. I saw a show at a place called El Plaza Condesa. The vibe in that historic theater was really amazing. One of the things that really blew me away in Mexico City was the architecture. It's a city of amazing contrasts, where ancient pyramids stand next to modern skyscrapers, and you'll find avant-garde museums right next to old colonial mansions. It was such a treat for the eyes. It really shows off the city's rich history and how it's always moving forward. You can see masterpieces from the Spanish colonial times, like the Metropolitan Cathedral. And there are also lots of impressive Art Deco buildings, like the Palace of Fine Arts, for example. And let's not forget the modern wonders, like the Sumaya Museum. Its shiny silver outside changes color with the light. It's really beautiful. Ancient ruins are mixed right in with modern buildings, and colonial courtyards have been turned into trendy restaurants. Street art adds bright colors to the outside of historic buildings. Mexico City is a place that holds on to its past while always moving towards the future, and its buildings show this perfectly. One of my favorite finds was the Vasconcelos Library. It's a public library inside an amazing modern building. The high ceilings and walkways that seemed to float in the air were really impressive, and the walls were completely covered in books. It was a great example of how architecture can inspire and spark your imagination. Yeah, Mexico City is exactly that kind of place. Once you step foot in it, it grabs all your senses and doesn't let go easily. It's a city that stays with you long after you've left. A city whose energy feels like it's still flowing through your veins. The flavors linger on your tongue, and the stories echo in your heart. It's hard to put into words the feeling of walking down a street lined with centuries-old buildings. The air is filled with the delicious smell of street food, and you can hear the sound of mariachi music drifting from a nearby cantina. It's like you've traveled back in time, but at the same time, you're very much aware of being in the present. This place is bursting with amazing history, brilliant culture, and modern energy. All of these things come together to create something truly unique. It's a city where opposites meet. Ancient traditions blend with modern new ideas, and chaos and beauty exist together in a surprising way. So, what about the people? Oh, the people here are truly the best. They are so warm and kind, and they love their city with all their hearts. Thanks to them, you'll feel right at home. Whether you're having a great time over a plate of tacos or dancing the night away to mariachi music, you'll feel a strong connection. It's like you're part of something truly special. What I really love about Mexico City is how the past and the future come together in such a cool way. You see ancient ruins and beautiful old buildings right next to the modern, busy life here, and it just fits. Everywhere you go, you can feel the art, from the colorful street, murals that look like old paintings, to the world-famous museums. The vibe of this city is really charming. It's like the whole city is buzzing with lively energy and creativity. In Mexico City, you really feel like you want to treasure every moment and live with passion. So, are you looking for a new adventure? Or maybe a truly special experience? A city that will challenge what you think you know? And if you're looking for a place that will excite all your senses, then book your ticket to Mexico City right now. Trust me, you won't regret it. Mexico City is a place that offers a great experience for everyone. Whether you're a history buff, a foodie who loves to explore new tastes, or an art lover, or even if you just want to experience a different way of life, you'll be happy. Explore ancient ruins, wander through busy markets, enjoy getting lost in the colorful streets, and feel the lively energy this amazing city gives off. How about getting lost in the maze-like alleys of Mercado de Sonora? There, you'll find everything from all sorts of strange herbs to love potions. Truly, there's nothing you can't find. And at the La Ciudadela Artisan Market, you can find beautiful crafts, so enjoy the fun of haggling with the shop owners when you buy souvenirs. How about taking a cooking class and learning the secrets directly from a Mexican chef? You'll be able to show off your skills when you get back home. Now is your chance to create your own special adventure and write a page in your life story with this lively city as your background. Mexico City, a city that's always changing and showing new charm. So, what are you waiting for? Mexico City, ready to awaken your passion, is waiting for you right now.